So we're heading into the lock now.
What's in your feet?
Okay, that's good then.
I'm here just in case. But... no, it's definitely
Diana's at the back, ready to cover the GoPro. So we're just looking for these ropes to pull off. I'm going to grab one at the back, Diana's going to grab one at the front. Oh, they're really hard to see. I might have to put the camera down while I grab this rope. Okay, we're good. The boat behind is worried about the height, so they actually had someone on top. And hello from Japan, I believe. So once this other boat's in, I'll close up the gate and then start filling this lock. And I may have to put the phone down a few times. Live. Hi. Diana says hi. Okay, so this is the other boat coming in, sharing the lock with us. It looks like they have bow thrusters. Herky's out. Looks like they have bow thrusters, which should make their docking a little easier. Herky's also monitoring things. You can see the gates coming down now. So we're heading back into the Great Lakes. So we're going to take the Erie Canal down to Oswego, and then we're going to play around in the Great Lakes in Lake Ontario for a few weeks, and then back to Kingston, Ontario. So this is the only lock that you get wets going into, because this one, because it's so large, it has a giant gate that comes down, which means when it lifts up, it drips on you. So, oh, and I'm also glad you can hear us, Mike. I wasn't sure what the audio would be like in here. So you can see the gate closing now. Oh, cheers, Mike. So we have our mast stepped. We pulled that down at Catskills, and that's because we can't get through a lot of the bridges or the locks with the mast up. And the people at Catskills are really awesome. They put it on a crane for us, and they put it on a yoke. They do all the hard work. We just unplug the cables. You can see the water rushing in from the lock above. Like I said, this is the tallest lock in the Erie Canal system. It was originally 5 locks, and then they replaced it with this back in the day. And this is in Little Falls. Yeah, it looks like that gate is completely up, or completely down, I should say. You have a counterweight at the top there that helps lift up the gate. So once that's in place, we'll start heading up. Looks like they have a puppy on board. Yeah. We still have Herky checking out the locks. Because the flow rate is so high here, the locks move up really quickly, which is nice. We should be through here within 15 minutes. Well, maybe 25 max. Some of the other locks we've been through, like the locks at the Dismal Swamp, tiny ones can be really like an hour and a half for like a 3-foot lift. Yeah, whereas the flow here, like I said, these fill up pretty quick. The lock keeps have to walk from one side to the other, so they control the gate at each end. I assume that's so that they don't make any mistakes and accidentally close it on a boat or forget that they've closed it completely or whatever. We have a couple of spectators up there. Shouldn't be long now until we start the lift. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in. I can answer what I can. So these are the lines. Depending on the lock, you might get a pole or a line. The poles are great because you can pull yourself in, whereas with the lines, because it's attached so high above, you can't really pull yourself into the wall. So the stepping of the mast, it cost us $244. They do it by the foot, and we have a 36-foot mast. So I think it was $6 a foot. Here we go, we're starting to fill. There are places on the Hudson that you can do it yourself for like $50, but you really have to do it all yourself. On the other side in Oswego, we got it for about $150. It was a lot cheaper that side. I'm not sure why. Yeah, so we paid anywhere from $6 a foot to about like $3.50 a foot. And that's them doing all the work. We just, yeah, and they're super fast as well, which is great. We save a lot of time having them do it. We had some friends do it and they said it was like a half-a-day job for 4 of them. Okay, so we can see the water starting to flow in, and you'll notice it's only coming from one side. That's because the lock keeps being nice to us. That pushes us onto the wall. If we were tied up to the opposite side, we'd be getting pushed off the wall, which isn't ideal. So yeah, so the slowly lifting now. Diana's having to work here because she's getting pushed off. I'm not sure why. So I'll push off our side so that we stay flush with the wall. Diana's working real hard. But like I was saying, it's harder to pull yourself against the wall when the anchor point is so high. So this will become easier as we go up. But at the moment we have to do a bit more work. And Herky's still doing nothing down here. So before we entered the locks, you'll notice the wall is quite gross. So we use garden gloves, although because I'm holding the camera, I'm not so lucky right now. One way to protect our fenders, you can buy fender covers. They're pretty expensive, but we were cheap and we just bought some $2 shirts from Walmart. The locks we don't have to worry about nails or anything on the lock walls. It's just the slime, and basically they slide up and down. So the t-shirts are the cheap way to go, and they'll work for disposable fender covers. Okay, we're slowly lifting. Their dog is at the front there, being lazy as well. Yeah, these locks are really fast. We're heading to Little Falls. Yourselves? Have you been to Little Falls? It's nice. Yeah, and they have a marina, so it's like 50 cents or $1 a foot, and it's showers, and I don't know if that's something you need. Sorry? Oh, maybe a mile and a half. I'm live streaming you, by the way. Oh yeah, that's a better view of the water flowing in. Yeah, like I said before, any questions, feel free to ask. I'm just sitting here holding a line and getting my hands all slimy by pushing off the wall. So this lock doesn't have it, but some of them have these little shells that grow and they spit water at you, which it's fun. Yeah, we're getting close to halfway. Thanks for the good luck on the locks. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate that. So at the moment, Larry, the locks are free. The locks were free last year and the locks are free this year. I think generally they charge you for how long you want to use it. So you either get like a 7-day pass or a season pass, something like that. But the last 2 years it's been free. I'm not sure if they're going to continue that. But we haven't paid anything, which we appreciate. And they must be expensive to run. They have a lock keep at every one, and Herky's going exploring. We have to be a little cautious with him when we get to the top because he has been known to jump off. Our depth alarm keeps going off, so that often means that there's some fish in here that are swimming right below us. And we've seen some closed locks with some big fish swimming around. The reason we came in on the port side here, which isn't ideal for us because we have the mast on this side, is that this lock only does only the south wall is accessible. So So generally we pull in on the starboard side. Okay. Mike, we probably won't make it to the Pacific, but one day. So we're going to head home now. We're actually going to sell the boat and then go back to earning money for a bit. And then probably do a similar trip every 10 years. But yeah, it'll be a different boat. And yeah, we definitely we'll miss Cataway, but we want her to sail, so. But I would definitely like to sail some in the Pacific. Like that's my that's where I learned to sail, on the Sydney. Oh, I really wish I had put gloves on now. This is getting pretty gross. Because I was using the camera. Diane's just asking me why I don't have my gloves on. Diane, are we stopping in Windsor, Ontario? Diana said no, but maybe by car. I think we're going to be in Lake Ontario for the majority of it, and my Canadian geography isn't there yet, so. Yeah, so Cataway will be for sale when we get it back. Yeah, that's, yeah, it'll be sad, but like I said, I want Cataway to sail, like that's what she's meant for. And if we're back in the real world working, we're not going to have the time to sail her, so someone else can enjoy her. What's he doing? Seems dangerous. Okay, so we're past the halfway mark. This is Herky hunting a spider. It's obviously an apex predator. And I think it scared him. So we're taking the Erie Canal to Oswego, and then we're going to take the Oswego, so the Erie Canal to the Oswego Canal, the Oswego Canal to Oswego, and then we're going to be sailing around the Lake Ontario for a few weeks. So we're going to make it to to Toronto and whatnot. Oh, nice. That'll be a great retirement. Yeah, so I'm assuming we'll retire onto a boat as well when it's time. So we still have the engine running. We just keep it running as we raise up. The upstream, you can see the height of the water on the high canal mark, water mark, on the top there. So we should be okay for Herky not jumping off. Yeah, the Florida does have a lot of awesome boats. One thing to remember is they age a lot quicker there. So, but you have a lot more options. I think next time, if we were going to do this trip, because we've done the ICW, we'd probably want to maybe start south and get ourselves a boat from Florida as well. Just because a lot of our trip was the traveling down and back, and yeah, that was really fun. But next time, like I said, we probably want to explore somewhere else. So maybe starting in Florida and getting down to Cuba or whatnot. And we met a lot of people that keep their boats down there as well, so that's another option. Put them on the hard for the hurricane season. So where are the Erie Islands? I'm assuming they're in the Lake Erie, or? Yeah, I'm answering Larry's comment. Next time I'd like to do the St. Lawrence. I've heard there's like some beautiful like wildlife there, the whales and whatnot. I think we need a different boat for that. This does have radar and whatnot, but it would just be more comfortable if we had. We don't have AIS and a few other little things that would make the fog issue a little more comfortable for us. Okay, we're nearly at the top. So the job's gotten a lot easier now. Flow's also decreased. The pressure is obviously a lot less, seen as as we get closer to the top. Oh, cheers, Paul. I'll look that up. Diana wants to check if Ecky's back inside. He is. I'm going to close that door, keep him in there. Yeah, Herky, actually we had a friend who had their cat jump off in the lock, which isn't ideal because, yeah, you're not actually tied on, so someone has to jump off and find the cat. Yeah, so we're nearly through. It's only been 20 minutes. The actual lift has probably only been 10 minutes, so like I said, really fast here. Yeah, Little Falls is a really nice little town. Apparently there's a horror film that was filmed here recently, so I've been keeping an eye out for that. But yeah, little sleepy town. It's one of those towns on the Erie Canal that had a lot larger population, and then when the canal stopped being used for commercial use, the population got smaller. That's like a common story along the Erie Canal. Yeah, so you used to have an aqueduct here. And like I said, this canal used to be, sorry, this lock replaced 5 locks on the previous Erie Canal. And just obviously technology got better and they could just do one lock. Yeah. But Little Falls has a really, really awesome little marina here. It's cheap if you don't, well, it's cheap either way. I think it's like 50 cents a foot if you don't need services like power and water. And then it's, yeah, it's only $1 if you do want those. Something around that anyway. And last time we were here, the gent that was working there gave us a tour. So he drove us around, actually got us to get some propane and then gave us a quick tour of the city. It was great. So Alex, we're going to list it probably pretty soon. Actually I'll make a video and put a price on it and whatnot. But yeah, I'll get on that. I probably should get on that soon. We've been a bit lazy with the videos, and we're sorry for that. We've just had a few issues, like the hit a couple of storms, and yeah, a few long days. We did a few big hops, so to get us up here in time, because we had to be north of New York by the 15th of July, so that gave us a bit of time pressure. Yeah, but we're slowing down now, so we'll get back to our video making. Actually, Diana was working on that today. It's interesting, when we went through the States, the water wasn't very, like, lots of sea life and everything, but it didn't have the same, like, clear water of the Bahamas. But now coming up through the canal, this water's actually quite clear. The stuff at the bottom is brown, so it looks dirty, but it's actually really clean water, which is really nice. since we've got into the canal, yeah, not much rubbish, and it's really great. They're really looking after this this waterway. Only thing we have to watch out for is lots and lots of logs, lots of driftwood. Okay, so here is the stats on this lift. This lift was a 40.5 feet lift. Yeah, and that means that our actual elevation at the moment now is 363 feet. So we're 363 feet above sea level now. We're getting close to the peak of the canal system. It should be the next couple of locks will be at the highest elevation, and then we'll start going down. You can see the water level on the other side of the gate. They're fairly close now. I'm not sure if that's obvious or not. But the gate should be opening soon. These locks are really well looked after. The lock keeps all have a lot of pride in their locks, which is really lovely. So they paint them, and a lot of the technology for the locks is like Edison era, like turn of the century. So it's all brass. It needs a lot of like TLC, but the lock keeps have a lot of spare time when they're not having the boats go up and down. So they spend a lot of time polishing it and painting these locks as well. Yeah, it's really nice. So we can see the gates are opening now. Yeah, you take her out. So I'm gonna push off gently. Diana's gonna take her out. And we're through the tallest lock in the Erie Canal in less than half an hour. Thank you, sir. And we're recording people recording us. It's very meta. Yeah, it is really nice here. Nice and peaceful. Yeah, Alex, we will be in Toronto, so yeah, we'd love to have you aboard. Feel free to come out, and yeah, it'd be great. Send us a DM on, actually just comment below, and we'll try to reach out to you. Otherwise, send us an email, which is svcatsaway@gmail.com, or just go to svcatsaway.com, and there's a contact form there as well. Yeah. This is my real boss.
Okay.
Dana, say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Hey, I kept loading up for our shirts.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again shortly. We'll get the next video up soon. We meant to do it a while ago. Yeah, this is lovely weather. Oh, I thought you were talking about her. She's my boss. Okay, cheers team, and hello to Texas.